A 15-year-old girl just had a bone transplant, but was found to have advanced cancer. As the police investigated further, they discovered an astonishing secret. The system showed the donor was a 25-year-old young adult, but X-rays revealed severe osteoporosis, meaning the donor was at least 60 years old. More terrifyingly, the transplanted bones contain cancer cells, identical to those in the girl's body. That means someone found out that this bone had cancer and even performed a transplant on the girl. Jack believed this was a premeditated murder. Later, Jack and Annie found the chief surgeon in charge of the transplant, but the doctor claimed to only be responsible for the operation and knew nothing about other circumstances. They then went to the organ providing company, only to find it already deserted. They found the hospital's senior management, and the woman provided the names of patients who received transplants from the same donor as the girl. Jack immediately made a call, only to get the sad news that the person had passed away. To confirm if the deceased had the same cancer as the girl, they conducted tests and found the patient had the same cancer as the girl, indicating the bones came from the same person. More horrifyingly, one donor can provide 206 bones, and all who received transplants of this person's bones would develop cancer. They found that 13 people have used this institution's bone transplant, among whom 3 patients had already died of lung cancer. Jack went to Paul's home, and his wife said they chose cremation on the funeral home's advice. Subsequently, Jack and Annie went to the funeral home, where Annie asked how Paul's remains were handled, but the staff claimed they had never processed Paul's remains. Jack took out a search warrant and prepared to search the place. Annie thought something was wrong with the exhibition hall. She noticed the floor slanting toward the center of the room. Sure enough, she found a sewer. Annie found Ash's powder here. Testing showed the ash powder contained the remains of 7 people, including Paul's. This proved the funeral home was illegally selling bones, but the new problem is that cutting bones requires professional skills, and the man was just a mortician. There must be a doctor helping him process the bodies and sell the bones to hospitals. Jack found many calls from disposable phones on the man's phone, and Annie thought of the hospital's senior manager. When she went to the manager's office, she happened to see many disposable phones on the table, confirming her suspicion. Annie learned the woman had studied medicine and showed symptoms of coughing and chest tightness. Thus, Annie guessed the woman was the one collaborating with the mortician, and she was the one who processed the 7 people's ashes found in the funeral home. Long-term inhalation of bone ash causes coughing. Faced with ironclad evidence, the woman finally confessed her crimes. Sadly, the girl with lung cancer could never be cured.